I wanted to make a video on off-season behaviors versus what's appropriate in prep. What are behaviors that you should practice in and off season, and what are behaviors that should be kind of reserved for a prep? What's important is if you do track macros in your off season, that's what I do. I make way too many recipes to be able to like count them in my head because I just make weird shit. I love it because it teaches people how to eat. And so it teaches you how to fuel your body, what you need for training, what you don't. That's just me, and it's just easier actually to track my macros. But for some people, it's just a hassle. And if you have the knowledge of, okay, I need a certain amount of protein, I need this many carbs around my training, this and that, then like to each their own. I think there's a line that people sometimes cross and they track using it as kind of a mechanism of if I don't track it, then I'm gonna go way off plan, and it kind of keeps them from, say, binging. What I would say is that if you're not comfortable not tracking your macros, then I don't think it's healthy. If you need to track your macros in order to stay on track, and if you have a meal out and you can't estimate it in your off season and you feel like guilty or like you have to make up for it in some way, I think that's unhealthy. And I see a lot of competitors too, like after their shows, they'll eat whatever they want because obviously you're in a really restricted state. You haven't been eating any of your like good cheat foods, whatever. I hate that term, but you haven't had them in so long that once you do have a little bit of them, you want everything. And your body's also in a state where any type of calorically dense things, it's just like craving. It's like, I need body fat, give me everything. So I see a lot of competitors go way off after, and then they think that cardio is the answer, and that by eating all these things and doing cardio, they're balancing it out, and that's totally not what you're supposed to do. Cardio doesn't even burn as many calories as people think. So not to say you need to go out and eat a big bowl of chicken parm and Olive Garden, which is like probably my whole day's worth of calories. Like, I don't mean that. I mean, if you can't just be comfortable not tracking, I think that's more of an internal thing that you need to work on, which is totally okay. We all have our struggles. Like, it's not like it makes you inhuman, makes you human. Also, if you haven't prepped before, I think if you can't do that, prep is only going to screw with your head more. So if you're not healthy, do not do it. When it comes to this stuff, like, I'm very objective with myself, and even with me coming off of it, I still have trouble looking at myself like I'm 120 pounds right now and not 130, but I look like I'm 134 to myself. So you need to be healthy, because coming off, you're not going to be, because it's going to be such a perspective shift that if you're unhealthy to begin with, even the smallest bit, it's going to totally mess with you. Missing a training session too. This past weekend, I went to a Halloween party, had a blast, and my gym closes at 5 on the weekends, and so it was a 2-hour drive for me, and I wasn't home in time, and I was completely fine with it because I knew that my deadlift session, like, I was looking forward to it, but I could do it the next day. It wasn't a huge deal at all, and it would honestly make me more excited to train. So if you have trouble missing a session or you feel guilty about not hitting the gym, that, again, along with the macro thing, like, that's not healthy. I know too, like, I am empathetic because if I don't move throughout the day or if I'm not doing something, I feel like shit. Like, it's kind of weird because I'm a pretty calm person and I need my alone time, but if I, like, don't get to the gym, I have, like, a little, like, I need to go. And I've worked on that, and it's taken a while, but if you're in that situation, no, it's okay, but you shouldn't prep because that'll only emphasize the feeling guiltiness. So we all have these preconceived things in our head, and when I was having struggles with food, not getting to the gym one day would literally throw my day off because I'm such a this or that person that if I didn't go and get a quality session in, then my whole day was off. Like, my nutrition, screw it. Like, I'll eat pizza, whatever. Like, it was bad. And I want to tell you guys that if you feel that way, it's totally okay. But I would not want you to hop into a prep. You need to take that time to really work on those internal things before you go on and try to start a prep. It's really hard. Like, where I was, I knew I wanted to prep so badly, and I just could not do it because in my head I wasn't healthy. I really empathize with people who are in the same situation that I was in, because it's a real battle knowing your potential but not knowing how to get there. And so I really want to help women who are in that situation and they don't know how to get out of it. And especially if you know you have that potential but you just don't know how to tap into it, it's hard. It's really hard. And it takes a while, but I know that if you're watching this and you understand what I'm saying, then reach out to me because I'll help you. So yeah, this kind of like went all over the place, but I just wanted to chit chat and talk about little things. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next clip or the next video. I'm not sure if I'll make this a separate one or not, but what am I doing? All right, bye.